It's a bird. It's a plane. It be Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You already know what it is. It's your boy Craig 1K coming with the energy about Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers are back in business. I've been on a little bit of hiatus. The heartbreak to the Los Angeles Rams just about did it for me. I was ready to just jump off a cliff. But Tom Brady has unretired and has decided to play his 23rd season with guess who? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was a big surprise that he came back from retirement. Honestly, I don't know if he really wanted to play for Tampa Bay anymore, and that might be why he retired. But that's beside the point. You're playing with Tampa Bay. You're a Buccaneer until you aren't anymore, and you're a Buccaneer this year. We have a chance to win the Super Bowl again. We're reloading. We're not rebuilding. Free agency signings have started. The period has started today. We have signed some free agents. We have lost some. I'm going to go over that with you today. Some of them I liked. Some of them needed to go. But we'll talk a little bit about it. So Brady decided to come back, and all of a sudden, Carlton Davis, a highly coveted corner in free agency, decided to sign back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Somebody that probably would have left if Brady wasn't here. He decided to come back. You know, he's going to fight it with Tom. He's going to try to get himself some more rings because you want the money, but you also want to win in the NFL. I mean, some of these guys have been playing since they were young kids. They've got their payday. They know their payday is coming. They might as well ride it out with Tom until he leaves. And then they'll probably pursue a higher contract either here or with another football team. So Carlton Davis is back. Ryan Jensen decided to sign a nice 3-year deal that's going to bring him back to Tampa Bay. He's the heart and soul of this offensive line. He's the heart and soul of this football team. I mean, he plays with a certain grit that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of the past, like Gerald McCoy and Jameis Winston, did not play with. All that goofy crap. Oh, we going to eat a duck. That's not Jensen's style. Jensen will manhandle your ass. Jensen will manhandle you. He don't care who he's playing. His objective is to protect the Tampa Bay Buccaneer quarterback and be the anchor of that line. That's a big signing because without him, Robert Hainsey would have probably started, and the interior line would have just dwindled down an immense amount. It wouldn't have been a pretty sight. We got Ryan Jensen back. We have Carlton Davis back. The boy Chris Godwin, who was franchise tagged, just signed a 3-year, $60 million dollar deal. He's going to be back. The continuity of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is imperative to the success. Do you know what's happening? Tom Brady is not just getting the band back together this year. He's getting more pieces. He saw the flaws in last year's football team. When Antonio Brown decided to go full diva mode and just take his clothes off and walk off, that shit ruined the football team. I mean, we'll be real. You can hate AB. In my opinion, he's still one of the best wide receivers in the game. I'm going to give the man props where his credit is due. So when he left and had a temper tantrum, whatever the hell happened, we had a big void that could not be filled with Cyril Grayson. What's the other cat's name? Brashard Perriman. They couldn't fill that void, the complete void of Antonio Brown. Now we got Russell Gage, Atlanta Falcons slot wide receiver. He's had in the high 700 yards the last 2 years. He absolutely shreds us when he plays us. Had a pretty good games against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary. You know, he was becoming a lead wideout due to Calvin Ridley of the Atlanta Falcons and Julio Jones leaving, and they have wide receiver issues. You know, he was a big part of it, but, you know, Jason Light went ahead and did his pirate thing, and he swapped and stole some booty, if that's what the pirates say, you feel me? And it's a beautiful thing because now Tom Brady has his 3 wide receivers of Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Russell Gage. He wasn't playing checkers. Tom Brady was playing chess. You don't understand that. He's got his boys back. Not to mention Brashard Perriman signed for a 1-year deal. There will be no wide receiver drop-offs this year like last year. One wide receiver don't stop the show this year. They're even trying to get Julio Jones. Tom Brady's trying to get Julio Jones to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They will not lose because of wide receivers this year. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have one goal in mind. One goal. And that goal is to hoist another Lombardi trophy. The Buccaneers are back, baby. You may have thought they left. People were saying Kyle Trask was going to. The Buccaneers are back. There's no doubting that. Shaq Mason, a stud offensive guard for the New England Patriots, PFF ranked number 4 last year, which was even better than Ali Marpet, who retired, is coming to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Tom gets a guy that's going to protect him, that's played with him, that knows how he plays, how he steps, how he moves in that pocket. How he moves in that pocket. They know how it's going to go. Tom is getting the guys back together. Aaron Stinney, I love him to death. We re-signed him, another guard, for a 1-year deal. I don't think they're going to be satisfied with Aaron Stinney. They're going to go and get a better lineman in the draft or free agency. That's my opinion. Now, I believe Aaron Stinney can handle it until you get to, good football teams like the Los Angeles Rams, the Chargers will have a good defensive interior now that they signed Sebastian Day. There's some teams that Aaron Stinney might fold against. So this has to be acknowledged. It has to be. So I think they'll acknowledge that. And the offensive line is back to going. The wide receivers is back to going. Tight end. We lost O.J. Howard to the Buffalo Bills. Boo, hoo, effing who. Bye, O.J. Howard. You didn't do anything here. Have a good one. I met O.J. Howard. He's a nice person. Love O.J. Howard. He just doesn't fit here. I think he can flourish in Buffalo and become, a good tight end because I always thought he was good. I liked him in Alabama. I liked him. He fit almost better in the Dirk Cutter offense. He scored more touchdowns and had more receiving yards in that Cutter offense than when Bruce Arians, no risk and no biscuit. He fell out in good graces here. I don't know what it was. He just didn't mesh with the new Buccaneer. I think he was great for Dirk Cutter, but not for the Bruce Arians, Jason Light, coaching administration. Rob Gronkowski is a free agent, and I think he's coming back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's Robbie and Tommy. You already know what it is. One with the other. They don't go apart. And since Tom is here, Rob ain't just going to say, well, hell, I'm going to go to play for the Cincinnati Bengals. That's why I don't know nobody. He's going to play here with Tom Brady. Rob Gronkowski is still a top 15, maybe top 10 tight end. The only thing that hurts him, he's lost a small step in injuries. But when he catches that ball, you are not bringing that man down. That's why they do the Grok spike. I don't want to play with y'all today. I'm going to keep it 1K. The Buccaneers are not playing. And if you're not a Buccaneers fan, you are going to have some hurtful Sundays. I don't care that we're playing the Dallas Cowboys. I don't care that we're playing the Cincinnati Bengals, the Green Bay Packers. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady would have not came out of retirement if he thought he was going to be bad. If he thought the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to be bad. Once he realized this was where he was going to play if he played in the NFL next year, he met with Jason Light, maybe Bruce Arians. I think there's a rift between them. The public says there's a rift. Let me know in the comments if you don't think there's a rift. I think Bruce Arians and Tom Brady may not be the best of friends. I don't think they hate each other. And again, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think Jason Light said we can get some guys and we can go back to the Super Bowl. We can do it. Tom looked at it. He assessed the roster. He saw the potential free agents that he could sign. And he said, let's effing go. You see the L, you see the F, you see the G and exclamation points he put in the Instagram post. Tom know what he's doing. Don't doubt Tom. That's what people mess up. Tom Brady can't do it. Them the words you don't want to say in the NFL football world. Tom Brady can't do. Tom Brady can do all things through Christ who strengthened him. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers with number 12 can do all things through Christ that strengthened them. We are 1 year removed from a Super Bowl, Buccaneers. 1 year. All it takes is Tristan Wirfs playing in that Los Angeles Rams game, and we could have been Super Bowl champions this year. We had a year where we didn't go, but the loyalty is still there. The loyalty is still there. We just have to put it together, and that's what Tom is going to do. I get so flustered talking about this because there are still people that are going to doubt Tom. That's why I'm a little, high up there on the rise and a little flustered because it's like, how can you not see the greatness that is bestowed upon you? But you'll have to watch. Just as much as the football gods giveth, the football gods taketh away. Jordan Whitehead signed a 2-year deal with the New York Jets. I have nothing but the most respect for Jordan Whitehead and the way he plays the game. One of the hardest hitting safeties in the National Football League. He developed, became a good safety. He's almost there to, I think, where he can be a solid safety. He's got a little bit more growing to do with coverage. But hitting wise and covering the run, he is there. And I like Jordan Whitehead. I was sad that we lost him. But I guess the $7 million that he would have been due, because that's what he got with the New York Jets, we had to give to Shaq Mason because Tom needs an offensive line. So it kind of was one of those things where you got to let him go. Alex Kappa. I don't think he was all the way great, but I think he was an okay guy. And, he went with the Cincinnati Bengals, threw a little bit more money. Hey, I want to play with Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. I can't be mad at him, but it's forever screw him because, he could have stayed. No, I have no beef against him. Alex Kappa, from where you came from to get a contract of that amount, I have nothing but the utmost respect for you. Coming from Humboldt State, a Division III school, or Division II, forgive me if I'm wrong, drop it in the comments if I am. And he became a better offensive line, and especially the last year, 2021, 2020 as well, his play just went up by a tremendous amount. And he is a great part of Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl history on that offensive line. I'll never forget it. The greatest line I've ever seen in a Buccaneers uniform. So we lost them. O.J. Howard, as I said earlier in the video, a couple of losses, but they can be replaced. Tyrann Mathieu is still available. Stephon Gilmore, those could be some people you can keep an eye on, although I'd say Stephon Gilmore is probably out of the Buccaneers' range in terms of money and need. I mean, they got 3 of their corners back. You think they go get a lower-level free agent to come kind of shore up the backups, because I think they're going to go in starting with Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis, and Sean Murphy. I'm just playing. At nickel. So it's going to be the same defense from last year. Hopefully people don't miss blitz assignments. Devin White, somebody who is a great stud linebacker. People are so crazy when they come to Devin White. Some of these Buccaneer fans, and we all need to stick together on Devin White. He's a good football player and a stud linebacker. Everyone has a down year. I'm not off the Devin bandwagon. I think he's a stud from LSU. You see how he can change the game, how he changed the game in the playoffs. He's having a bad year. Relax. I see things about trading Devin White, and he just can't. I mean, come on. Just relax. The football fans, we get extremely emotional. Devin White is a stud. I think he takes a step back. His work ethic speaks for itself. I think Devin White's a stud, and the work ethic that he's going to get this fixed. In my opinion, in the middle half of next year, the next season and onward until that, he's going to be a stud linebacker for probably the rest of his career. He's going to get this funk out. He's just fine-tuning some things in the game, just fine-tuning them, and he's going to fine-tune us back to the playoffs. We got a lot of things to look forward to this offseason. I just wanted to give you guys a preview. Keeping it 1K, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be hoisting that Lombardi trophy. If you need any questions about the draft, that's what we're going to be going over. Have any questions about the draft? That's what we're going to be going over in the next episode of the Keeping It 1K podcast, off-season edition. It's your boy Craig 1K. We're going to keep it 1K. We're going to keep it Tampa Bay because we got Tombrady. Tom Brady is back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you like what you saw, subscribe, like, comment, and follow my Instagram at Keeping It 1K podcast. Out.